Welcome, sports fans, and this is a special exclusive edition of Play It Right TV. This is Quinito, Henson, and
And I'm Dyan Castillejo. We are so excited for you to hear from our amazing lineup of guests from all over the world, Quinito.
this is an all-star cast. This is something that we've never done before, and I'm sure all of you sports fans can't wait to find out what this new announcement we have. The reason why we're putting on this show. It's something called the Kaiju Academy. That's just to give you a little bit of a teaser. But well, before anything else, let me just introduce to our guest because I'm so excited. Diane is so excited. We've got, first off, Patty Scott of East West Private. We've also got Coach Dante Harlan of the Kaiju Academy. He's the director of sports. We've got Soto, Jack Animam, and Sage Tolentino. They're all from different parts of the world. And well, first off, let's hear some opening remarks from Patty Scott.
Hello, Philippines. I am Patty Scott, and I'm with East West Private. Thanks for joining us today to hear about some exciting news and to catch up on the journey of the three amazing athletes that are on this call.
And then we have Coach Dante Harlan.
Oh, good morning, everybody. Coach Dante Harlan, director of the Kaiju Academy, and I'm excited to be here today, and I'm glad to see my three knuckleheads that's sitting in front of me, who I miss, but we'll definitely catch up soon. And thank you guys for having me on here.
Thanks, Coach. That was awesome. And of course, from down under, we have the Mr. Kaiju himself, Kai Soto. Hey, Kai.
Yeah.
Kai.
Woo, woo, woo.
Hi guys, I'm very happy and excited to be here with this group of amazing people. And yeah, thank you for having me here.
From now currently Ohio, if I'm not mistaken. Hello, Sage Tolentino. Finally, I get to meet you.
Aloha, everyone. I'm Sage Tolentino. I'm just thankful to be a part of this family and to talk with Kai, Jack, and Coach Dante. It's gonna be exciting. Thank you everyone for joining.
And now showing some amazing basketball all the way in Serbia.
Hey, what's up? I'm Jack. First of all, thank you for having me here, for having us here, and I miss these people in front of me. And mabuhay, Philippines.
Mabuhay.
Well, we're all one big happy family right here. And we're going to talk about basketball. We're going to talk about the Kaiju Academy. And first off, let's hear from Patty. Patty, what exactly is this Kaiju Academy? And maybe you can bring us over to Kai and then Coach Dante as you talk about this academy.
Yeah, so we're really excited. This is something that's been a part of Kai's dream from the very beginning, to be able to share and develop not just an academy, but something virtual that for those that can't physically be present, to train with some of the amazing trainers that we have brought in, but to also be able to participate via an app. So one thing, though, that's very different, and Dante will expand on this is not your typical academy. This is not just about the skill set. You will hear about the mindset as well as about the root. We are kicking off with basketball, but there are other sports that will be coming very soon, such as volleyball, and other sports as well. So I will kick it over to Kai so he can share a little bit about what his dream was when we established this academy.
As I've said, my dream is always from the start is to help other people achieve their goals, reach for their dreams, and I'm using basketball as a way to do that. And Miss Patty Scott already said a lot about Kaiju Academy. and it's all about helping people, helping young, especially the next generation. And when they talk about the app, I think Jack and Coach Dante will elaborate more on that, and that's going to be very helpful for not just the people in the states, but also from people outside the U.S., especially in the Philippines. So we'll go ahead and give it to Coach Dante.
Well, we're actually going to launch tomorrow. Introduction to the academy at Elite Athletics. We're excited about that, and that wasn't originally in the plans. We were looking at launching at Spooky Nook first, but there's been some construction things that happened, and the date got pushed back on opening at Spooky Nook. And we are fortunate to find another location that's really excited and believes in what we plan on doing with the academy. So we partner with a company or a gym called Elite Athletics, and so we'll start tomorrow, which I'm so excited about that. I can't wait to get out on the court and just do our thing tomorrow. But
Okay.
when we talk about, go ahead. I hear you. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was just going to say, just to put some perspective into this, Coach Dante and Patty. So Kai went over to the States 2019, and then you guys put him in a situation where he could improve his skills, got him all the best coaches. Coach Dante, of course, was there. So that was an academy setup. And then Jack came in, Sage Tolentino came in, and so many other players and athletes have improved because of this. So if I'm hearing it right, Coach Dante, you want to be able to expand this academy to cover even guys outside of the US who aren't physically in the gym with you. And am I getting it right? And you're thinking of this app to be able to reach out to people all over the world. And by the way, I understand kaiju is Japanese for what is it?
Beast.
Monster or something like that?
Sure.
Giant beast.
Giant. There
Giant.
you go. Okay.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
Quinito, if I could take a step back here for a second, let's talk
Mhm.
about how this first happened. So, just to put things in perspective, and it's already been shared online, but the Kaiju Academy at Spooky Nook is going to be the largest sports facility in all of North America.
Yeah.
It's over 1 million square feet,
Wow.
26 plus basketball courts, volleyball courts, performance centers. It's an incredible facility. There will be satellite locations, which is what we're launching tomorrow, which is Kaiju East. And
Mhm.
that actually is a beautiful facility, probably some of the best courts that you're going to find in the Midwest that are there as well. And that also hosts volleyball there as well. So I want to make sure everybody understands the magnitude of the Spooky Nook facility when it actually physically opens. There will be nothing like it's of its kind.
What
And
exactly is Spooky Nook? Can you tell us?
how it got its name is it's actually going to be they took a historic district that was an old paper mill called Champion Paper, and it's 1 million square feet facility. There'll be a performance center. There'll be 26 plus courts, football fields, soccer fields, tennis courts for tennis, badminton, and pickle. There will be restaurants, entertainment, an orthopedic will be there as well. Hotels that can actually host families that physically come in.
So where are the two locations? Can you say that again? Where are the two
Yes.
locations?
So the main location is in Hamilton, Ohio.
Okay.
And the second location is in Batavia, Ohio. So Kaiju West, as we call it, is in Hamilton. That's Spooky Nook. Kaiju East is what is actually at Elite Performance. And Dante, which, he's a very humble guy. So he will probably have to pull it out of him today to brag really about him. But each of these athletes will be able to share their experience with Dante. and really what he has done for them as we've gone through this process. They really have gone through the Kaiju Academy. They didn't know it, right? I mean, obviously, as they went through their daily routine, again, there were things that were done on the court. There were things that were done off the court with regards to the mindset, really, as they were finding each other. And it continues to go on, even with Jack in Serbia, via the app, right? There's a lot of interaction that goes on as you're an athlete, especially during season. So each location will have 6-week courses that will run on a consistent basis. And then the app is something that's virtual that will be ongoing. And Dante can get more into detail on that.
Dante, please.
Well, the app, once we launch it, we're going to be able to connect with every athlete, no matter where you're at around the world. We'll be able to put online videos. We'll have a video library that athletes can access to work on their skills. They're going to be able to connect, through the app, through a chat line with our coaches. We're also going to be able to provide live training sessions. So whether or not I'm training with Kai online, whether I'm training with Jack, Sage, we could also, we can actually do that via Zoom through this app. One of the things that Jack and I have been able to do is actually communicate after each game, where she uploads videos and we sit and break down film about things that she should have done, things she did well. And, I've even sent her drills, and at practice is pretty funny because you can see her setting up her little camera and she goes and does her ball handling drills. And I think the good thing is, Jack, that I'm not actually there yelling at you to do this or do that. But, it's kind of funny because some of your teammates were behind you, making fun of you while you're doing your little ball handling drills.
Yeah, what are you doing?
Exciting. So is the app actually up? Is the app up?
No, it's in test mode. We wanted to try it out first, and what better way to try it out with Jack being in Serbia, right? If it can work with me being in the United States and Ohio and Jack in Serbia, I'm sure it can work anywhere in the world. And it's also been really good for Jack and I because, like Patty said, it's not just basketball. It's about getting their minds right so they can go out on that court and perform to the best of their ability. Jack had and I'm sure she'll talk about it. Her first week there was a little tough on her, and we had a conversation. We talked, and we really took a step back and we had to realize how blessed, she is to be in the situation to go and play basketball and represent herself, represent our country, represent East West, and to really just carry the name of the Philippines, like Kai was holding that shirt up. I like that, Kai. But it's been a blessing for us. Yeah, it's been a blessing to be able to have this app and stay connected with the athletes. Kai's going to find out. With Kai, I do a lot more, getting on him because Kai's really skilled. It's not about me bringing him to another level in terms of his skill. It's really about just making sure he knows how skilled he is and how good he can be. And, it's my way of being able to keep him reined in and locked in. So, but we're excited about it.
Now, before we talk to our athletes, I just want to ask this question to Patty. Patty, what about Filipinos in the Philippines? How can they participate? I know there's an app that they can have access to, but if, for instance, a Filipino in the Philippines would want to join a 6-week course in the U.S., go to Cincinnati, either East or West. Is that option available for Filipinos? And what is the curriculum that you're offering? And at what level? Are you looking at beginners, high schoolers, middle schoolers? What about guys who are just about to turn pro? Are there curriculums that are available for different levels of players?
Yes, thanks for asking. So for right now, the 6-week program that's kicking off tomorrow is for middle schoolers as well as high school, both boys and girls. The high schoolers, because they're in season, will come on Sundays. So it'll be once a week for them on Sundays. That way they can, perform throughout the week with their coach and come in on Sundays to really refresh and go through some additional skills both on the court, but there'll be an hour and a half on the court and then 30 minutes in the classroom, really focused on the mindset. With this being Mental Health Month, which I think every day is Mental Health Day, not necessarily a month, I think it's putting a lot of awareness on the strain that can occur, especially as an athlete. I mean, you look at each of these individuals' journeys, right? Kai is carrying the weight of the country as well as Jack on their shoulders. Sage being just so young, and the expectations on him to perform at a level, that can be quite stressful to anyone, right? You've got parents that are engaged, you have fans from all over, and sometimes being able to escape to the court is the easy part for them, right? But it's the mindset and the mental that can hold them back potentially from communicating with their coach, communicating with their teammates, performing at the highest level possible. Fear sometimes can be debilitating. And so we're breaking the barriers down. We're going to disrupt the industry. And the Kaiju Academy will focus on not just the skill set, but also the mindset and helping each athlete find the root, their heart of why they're even doing this. For the middle schoolers, this next 6-week session, it's 2 days a week. Again, both combination of skill set and mindset work. And then, yes, Quinito, we do have pre-draft training. So for someone who's on a track of being a pro, that's a completely different curriculum, but there's a certain season for that. It's not throughout the entire year. However, in Jack's case, who's a pro now, to watch how Dante, we didn't just deliver Jack to Serbia, right? Dante is very engaged via the app with Jack. He will be as well with Kai when his season starts, and they can really evaluate. I've witnessed it where they're breaking down. She's in the middle of the game, she can't see something, but afterwards, if you can review the film, you're then so much better going forward. With regards to the Filipinos coming over, we want anyone from any country.
Okay.
Anybody from any country, Philam, Americans, Australians, please come visit the Kaiju Academy. Come in person. We would love for them to come in person. You can follow the Instagram page and see what the schedules are and how to sign up. But if for some reason somebody can't, then that's why we want to provide the app so that they can at least be engaged inside the network and the community.
Okay. Kai, let's talk to you. The academy is named after you. It's a brand by itself. How excited are you that there's such a brand out there now called the Kaiju Academy? And as you were saying, your journey is all about giving back and making people understand that they can live their dreams.
Yeah, I'm very very excited to launch this, to launch everything, this brand, this academy. As you said, I mean, as I've said, this has been my goal ever since day one, and I've used the path of playing basketball to help other people, especially help the next generation achieve their dreams, their goals, and I'm very happy, and I'm using this Kaiju Academy to reach those people, reach those kids. So I'm just very happy and very excited to this future of this brand and this academy.
It's very admirable that you're really about sharing to the next generation when you are the next generation yourself. Oh, really? I mean, but tell us about the Kaiju Academy, Kai. Patty is always talking about the skill set and the mindset. I love it. So can you give us a a glimpse of what you have learned personally from the Kaiju Academy, and that you've used to help you with all the different environments that you're in now, and especially in the Australian basketball environment that you are now?
Yeah, first off, there's three things. Miss Patty said the skill set, the mindset, and the other one is the root. And I always focus on that because I always focus on I do uh, why I do things, why I play basketball, why I live my life, and I always think of what my purpose in life is. And for me, it's to serve other people, and I use my basketball skills to make to pave the way to especially the next generation of Philippines, but also in other countries too. But I'll just always look back and just to think of, reflect on why I played this game and why I wanted to help other people. And it's just this big dream.
Okay, I have to ask you your Australian experience so far. I know that you're going to be involved in a preseason blitz tournament starting November 14. Your season in the NBL starts in December, but you've got a new coach, CJ Bruton, who's played for Australia in the Olympics. His father, Cal, was known as the Black Pearl once upon a time. Um, how how are things in the Australian League? Are you getting a lot of practice time now? Are you getting banged up? Are you banging other people? Um, tell us about your experience in Australia so far.
For me, it's great. It's very good so far. The team is amazing. The new Coach CJ, is amazing. And just the way we're practicing every day, it just gets better every day. Weight training and basketball practices. We practice every day, Monday to Friday. We rest on the weekends, but all of the players, do extra work on weekends. But I think the team is looking really good so far, and I'm just very excited for this preseason and this upcoming season. And hopefully, we make the city of Adelaide proud, and also Philippines.
All right.
Yeah.
Diane, I'm sure you want to ask Jack a lot of questions about Serbia.
Yeah, I mean, going all the way to Serbia, Coach Dante said you had a very tough first week. Can you tell us, your experience there, how it's been, and you look very happy right now. But tell us about your journey so far in Serbia.
I'm very happy right now because I got to see these people in front of me. Like I miss them so much. Well, yeah, that's true. My first month here was really tough. I mean, of course, language barrier, their language. Oh my god! When I'm listening to them, my mind is like, okay, I can't catch up. And then you know joining the practice for the first time, it was hard. I've observed that they do things here differently. I mean, yes, it's basketball, of course. Basketball is a universal language, but there are some things that they've done differently that I have to adjust. And then yeah, every day I talk to Kita P, I talk to Coach Dante, and then there was a one time that I was really crying so hard. Like I was like, it's so hard. Like I'm at the verge of like I wanted to go back. I wanted to go home. But Coach Dante and Tita P reminded me that why I am here. Just imagine all the sacrifices that you put into already to be in that position, and you're just gonna let it slip away because of that one struggle. No, you have reason why you are there, and they told me that they know and they believe in me that I can handle this. I just have to figure it out by myself. And yeah, I guess that's why about the Kaiju Academy, the mindset, the purpose, and the why, the root. And maybe when they told me about that, I said, yeah, why am I here? It's because that I know that I didn't work hard for this just to give up at some point. I'm here because I wanted to show everyone, not just people in the Philippines, but around the world, that Filipino basketball player, women's basketball player in the Philippines can compete to the highest level of basketball. And I guess,
Love it.
and then when I started to realize everything just, fall into its right places. And then day by day it just gets easier, and it just get lighter. And I told Coach Dante that maybe I'm just too preoccupied of the negative things, that I sometimes forgot all the good things that's happening in me. And yeah.
Well,
Jack,
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 25 points, 19 rebounds uh, the other night. I mean, you're tearing up the Serbian league.
um i'm I'm just really happy because really Coach Dante is the one that he made me realize that I have so much potential. Like, how do I put this, he unleashed that to me, like, like
and
what Tito P said, like they just didn't deliver me here in Serbia. Like, every day, every after game, Coach Dante and I go into each other using that app. We break down each game, and he told me like, oh, you should have done this better, what should I improve more. And I guess that confidence, Coach Dante really like pushed me to that limit. That's why this confidence that I'm having right now, it's just, I don't know, it's just there. It's just every time I go out there on the court, I know that there's so many people, especially I have Coach Dante, that at the every after game, like, he will told me on all the things that I did good, I'm better at, and which I can improve more, and just where all my confidence coming
Oh, that's
from.
wonderful. Now, okay,
sounds
let's go over to Sage Tolentino while he's with us because I think he's been experiencing some technical difficulties. Well, first, Sage, you're 17 years old, right?
Yes.
And you're
Yes.
7'1". You've
seven
just
one.
committed to the Yep. You've just committed to the University of Cincinnati. You were chased after. You were pursued by Auburn, by Kansas, by Tennessee State. You chose Cincinnati, and what a basketball tradition since University of Cincinnati has. Oscar Robertson, Kenyon Martin, and guys who've played in the Philippines. Pete Michael, Dermar Johnson, Art Long. Those guys all came from the Cincinnati program. So Sage, tell us about your experience coming from the Kaiju Academy, and that then now you're focused on finishing up your high school and then going strong towards a career at the University of Cincinnati.
Uh, it's just been crazy experience for me at the moment. Moving to Hawaii to Ohio was a big change for me, a big adjustment. But the help, the coaching from Coach Dante has just been amazing. Mentoring me, and Kai being like my big brother to me, always helping me on the court and off the court. Um, I'm just thankful for the experience, and I'm just excited for UC. Just can't wait to go there and just get better as a player, develop my skills. I'm trying to get through high school, and I'm just excited for going to UC.
Sage, while you were gone, we were talking about Maria Espaldon saying that your battle cry is no ball left behind. You're diving after every ball that's loose. You're fighting for every possession. That mindset, did Kai have anything to do with that in getting you that aggressive?
Yes, for sure. He's been teaching me a lot, just to be aggressive, and I feel like I've been more physical now. Just the maturity of how I've been. Just have extra year to be more physical, and just get back at it. And now I feel like I'm more prepared and ready for this season, and I'll be ready for college.
Well, Dyan, can you imagine a Twin Towers combination? Kai Soto 7'3", Sage Tolentino
Yeah,
7'1". Do
I
you
know.
see them dominating Asia for wearing the Gilas uniform? Diane, I mean, gee,
Totally,
this is
totally.
amazing.
When Kai was trained over at the Kaiju Academy, I was always hearing that there was a sage, always like with them. I was like, "This Sage Tolentino," and I started to get to know more about it. Like, wow, can you imagine if you guys can play for the Philippines? Wouldn't that be a dream, Sage?
Oh yes, for sure. that would be unbelievable. I would love to play with Kai and the Philippines, and that would be a great experience for me. And yeah, I'll just be like really excited for that.
Because of this long distance training you're getting, through the app, it sounds really incredible. It sounds like the future. Actually, I know that a lot of basketball players from the Philippines who are listening are saying, like, how can we do it? How can we get on it, right? So what has been for you, say, and I'm going to ask so Jack about this. What would you say has been the best benefit that you've had from the app right now? Because you both are interacting with Coach Dante through the app, right?
Yes, maybe the best experience that I have with this app is that it's so convenient. Like really, right after my game, Coach Dante already sent videos of me pointing out my mistakes, pointing out the things that I did, and then I just like really right after the game, I just open the app and see like okay, and then analyze it one by one, and then the next day he has already like a ready workout for me on how can I improve those
Uh,
things. It's just so convenient. Imagine wherever you are in the world, you just have a ball and a space. You can do a lot of things.
Kai, what has been the biggest benefit you think that any athlete can get from the Kaiju Academy?
I think the app is very helpful because it's gonna be a huge thing, just for the accessibility for any player to think of their own development and to just have people like Coach Dante looking out for you. It's a blessing. It's such a great thing to have somebody like him to work out with you and to teach you stuff about basketball on and off the court. And I've been with Coach Dante a lot of times in the U.S. and I trust Coach Dante. Coach Dante is a great coach, great guy, and every if you're a upcoming player and you try this app, it's gonna be very good for you.
Okay, well, just some final words now. Coach Dante, we've heard from the knuckleheads. They're all saying that they learned a lot from you, and there's so much that they can share through this app. I guess every player or every athlete who's gone through the Kaiju Academy will want to give back to others who will be joining this Kaiju Academy. So I guess Kai, Jack, and Sage will be accessible to anyone who wants uh, to tap into this app. Is that correct, Coach Dante?
Yeah, there'll be, there'll be times when they are accessible, but there's also going to be times when they're in their seasons and things like that. We're gonna try to get together and make sure that you'll see Kai and I go through a workout together. You'll see Jack and I go through a workout. Sage and I. The one thing I think we're leaving out is the fact that everybody matters. If you have a dream, if you have a goal, if you want to, a lot of people look up to these athletes. And, I grew up looking up to an athlete and I wanted to be just like that person. And, every kid matters because you don't know until you give it your all whether or not you can achieve something. And that's really when Kai thought about, hey, you know what? I want to give back. I've been blessed and fortunate to be put in the gym with lots of people who helped me get better. But we have to remember, Kai had a dream and he wanted to pursue it. And he's found his purpose. Same with Jack. They found their purpose, and to find that at such an early age and to live it every single day. And, I sit here and listen to both of them, and I'm so proud of
Oh, it's a great story, Coach Dante, and I think the entire Filipino nation is also very grateful to you for devoting your time and dedication to improve guys like Kai Soto and Jack and Sage and the other Filipinos going through the Kaiju Academy. Patty, before we sign off, just a few final words from you, and then we'll ask Kai and Jack and Sage if he still can get back on for their final remarks. Patty.
Yeah, Sage is definitely having some technical difficulties, but he wanted me to add and share that, you know, sometimes, especially when you travel and you move to a completely different country or world, you know, you don't have friends, right? You kind of feel lonely, and especially sometimes in a gym. And, you know, this is a network and a family that has mentored him. And so I think that's another message to be shared is we want the Kaiju Academy to be a worldwide family and a worldwide
Yep.
network. As Dante said, you know, every person matters, everyone. And this is really about making sure that we can touch as many. We don't care. I mean, yes, there are going to be some that go pro, but this isn't about going pro. This is about reaching your dreams. If it means just a middle schooler wanting to make its team, his or her team, if it means that they want to make varsity high school team, if they want to play Division 1, Division 2, NIA college, it doesn't matter. We want to be there to help them reach their dream, both on the court and off the court. So we're extremely excited. I mean, to have Jack and Kai and Sage and all the other athletes that have been through this, to have them as the initial members of the academy, and for them to be big brothers and sisters and mentor those to come. I mean, it kind of gives you cold chills, right? It's priceless that
Yep.
we're going to be on the edge of something so amazing, and the network and the family, how worldwide and large it will be. That's what's exciting for me, is bringing lives together.
Patty, tell us about East West Private. And I know you've been working very closely with someone Filipino fans know so much about, Maria Espaldon, whose late brother, of course, played in the PBA many years ago, Nonoy Chuatico. So tell us about Maria and what her role is, not just in East West Private, but also in the Kaiju Academy.
Yeah, I just have to say, I call her my sister. This woman, a lot of times you see my face. I'd rather you see her face. But she is always the Oz behind the curtain. I will tell you, when I first met her years ago, before even starting East West, before Kai, before Jack, before any of this, before Ultimate All Stars with Kobe and Katie and everybody that we brought to the Philippines, her wish and dream was to bring experiences and American basketball to the Philippines, but also help every Filipino that had a dream to come and play worldwide and get better, to give them that experience. And, you know, we were fortunate to be able to have Kai and start that dream and begin that process. But I got to tell you, none of this would be possible if it weren't for Maria. You know, she is the connector. She always keeps everybody on tap. She's on phone calls with Kai and Jack and is there a lot. So even though people don't see her face, we'd be so remiss to not share that this is her root. This is her passion. This is her why. I mean, she grew up in a family that played, that were fans. But we would not have any of this if it weren't for her. And this is her dream that is now being played out as well. And we all can't thank her enough because she keeps us on our toes.
Well, thanks very much. We certainly owe a lot to Maria Espaldon. Kai, just final words from you. We're so excited to see you play in the Australian League. And after you, can we ask
Let's
Jack also
go.
for final comments? Yeah. Go,
Final
Kai.
remarks. I just want to say I'm very excited for this Kaiju Global Academy. I think this will be a huge deal for a lot of people, and it's going to help a lot of people. And I want to congratulate Coach Dante for being the the head
Woo, woo.
coach of this global academy, and you deserve it. And hopefully I'll see you soon. But yeah, and also Sage, Sage not here, but I wish him the best of luck. Also Jack, Ate Jack, wish you also the best of luck in Serbia. Always represent. I'm always watching your back, always supporting, and I hope everybody has a great day, night ahead of you guys. So thank you.
Thanks, Guy. Jack?
First of all, congratulations, Coach Dante! Woo, woo, woo. Honestly, when I heard the news that he's gonna be the one who's handling Kaiju, I was like, wow. I mean, I really admire Coach Dante. I mean, he's such a great guy. I mean, what I love about this partnership, and then it's not just basketball, it's also he's my life mentor on off the court. Like, it's because being an athlete, mental health is more important. You may be like a physically strong, but if your mind is not in the right place, it's not gonna work out. And to have him and Tito Patty is such a great help for me, especially, my first year as a pro. There's a lot of struggle, and I know there's gonna be more ahead. But being with them, surrounding me with the great people, I know I can survive and achieve my future goals. And yeah, I just wanna congratulate Coach Dane. I'm so happy, and I just can't wait to be for Kaiju, because it's gonna be exciting, and we're going global. Yes.
I can't believe it, Patty, guys. We've gone over 1 hour in this interview. We originally wanted just 45 minutes, but there was just so much to talk about, and still so much more to talk about. And we're hoping that maybe we can put up another episode once the app is launched, so we can invite even more people to get involved with Kaiju Academy. And with that, we want to thank you again for your time, for sharing your thoughts with us, and sharing your journey with all the sports fans tuned in. Thanks very much, Patty Scott, Coach Dante Harlan, Kai Soto, Jack Animam, and Sage Tolentino. And we'll see you again on Play It Right. Thank you.
Peace out.
Wow, Diane, what an amazing conversation. We didn't
You
only
bet.
have just three All Stars, but we also had Patty Scott and Coach Dante Harlan. It's what a journey that they've undertaken, and now they want to be able to take this journey straight to Filipinos in the Philippines so that they can all participate.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, you could really sense the bond that they have. There's the three players, right? Sage, Kai, and Jack, and it's all because of the Kaiju Academy. I'm really so impressed, and I'm actually very excited, not just for them, but for the next set of Filipinos basketball enthusiasts who are gonna benefit from that app. I mean, it's actually amazing. I mean, I'm sure that so many young Filipino basketball players are going to grab onto that. And I really want to commend everyone behind, the Kaiju Academy and the East West Private. They've done such a great job. And of course, we wish the best to all our athletes, Kai, Sage, and Jack. We're so proud of you. Keep working hard and keep reaching for your dreams. We are behind you. Maraming salamat. Thank you for joining us on another episode here on Play It Right. I'm Dyan Castillejo.
And this is Quinito Henson.
And we're here to play it right.